The boy RZ here, do it to life, oh life, do it to you, do it to 2021. Guess what the day is, ladies and gentlemen? Day's Monday. Asking on Mondays. Asking the question. And I'm supposed to be doing my 411 today, but this day is winding down. So, but one thing I did do, let me tell you what I did. Last night, I didn't get it in bed on time, right? Now here's the funny thing. My oldest daughter started a job, and she was like, you know what? She was talking to my youngest daughter on how to get up early. How can I get up early? How can I wake myself up? Now this is my youngest daughter, which was notorious for not setting 15 alarms and letting them go off all day, and she never gets up. Right? So I'm listening to him, right? She said, you can use this new book I talked to. You can go 3, 2, 1, pop out of bed. Or don't hit the snooze button. And, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I just walked over. I said, you know what about going to bed earlier? Okay. And what you said do now? 3, 2, 1. Set a different alarm. So I asked my youngest daughter, I said, what about going to bed early? You know, I did this back and forth, man, for at least 10 minutes. They going over all type of scenarios on how to get up early. I said, so okay. So what you're saying that going to bed early is not an option is what you're saying. Yeah, Pops, we got stuff to do. We like to do stuff at night. I said, well, hey, there you go. Y'all like to do stuff at night and going to bed early is not an option, then guess what? You're going to need to employ some of those techniques. But it was funny, you know, because right after I said that to them, guess what? I go to bed late and wake up early. I was able to wake up, it was no problem, but my thing is just trying to get into bed earlier, you know, to get more sleep, get more rest, so I can exercise in the morning. Now I think I may be back on this, on my exercise tip. You know why? Because now my daughter is starting a new job, and her husband started his new job, so they're gonna be gone in the mornings. So my noisy elliptical, which I have not replaced, stuff in there, right? Now I'm gonna be able to exercise in the mornings. It's gonna be perfect. Everything is working out. Apparent obstacles vanish upon my approach. Okay, so I went to work, right? And then I bumped into an old friend, kind of went over the philosophy with him. He's a coach for young baseball kids or whatever. And we were talking. And the main thing we was talking about, I was telling about the ASK method, you know, Matthew chapter 7, that acronym. He said, man, you know what? I never do that. I never paid any attention to that. And I said, man, that's how the word is. You come to the place, my boy Covet, and know you go full circle and come back to the point where you begin and know the place for the very first time, is what my boy Stephen Covey said. That's what he said. So we talked a good little while. And I was thinking and talking and thinking on the questions that I had asked earlier. And this was one of the guys right here. Evidently, he was one of the guys, because I asked who could help me. How could I get into bed earlier? And one of those ways of getting into bed earlier is, number one, is planning, setting a plan. You know what I'm saying? So they came right back to me. Having that plan in place of a night routine. We talked about it. Oh man, yeah, we talked about it for days and days, right? I still hadn't put pen to paper on that 411 for the house. I still hadn't put the pen to paper. I'm gonna have to put the pen to paper. And we talked about, I told him about the enemy's weapon of choice is choices. We talked about that, being busy doing nothing. so that we're not doing the one thing that counts. We talk about the one thing. We had a nice conversation. It was church on Mondays is what it was, because we had a nice conversation, bouncing these things off, because him being a coach full time and him understanding the what they call that? The transplanting of the disciplines. He was like, yeah, I see what you're saying. It was really confirming what I was talking about as far as transplanting any discipline. It's not like you have to learn something new. You already have the discipline. If you're successful in anything, see, that's the deal. That's the deal right there. You see what I'm saying? The deal is that you have to let everybody know. Well, the reason I slowed down, because the police car was right over there. I thought I set my cruise control. I think he had a police car he got. I don't think it's the right kind of car. I think it's an old police car. But anyway, when we was talking about, you don't have to learn these disciplines. You already know them. But it's just in another compartment, another area. You just got to dig in and get them and asking them questions, seeking and knocking, facing your fears on Fridays. But he did say he liked the weekly program. You know, having that weekly schedule of training the mind, exercising the mind. So yeah, we had a good talk. Now, as far as me heading to the house, me and my daughter, we got some ideas that we bumping off of as well too. But I supposed to be listening to one thing. I'm gonna listen to that for the day over with. But I normally listen to it on Mondays, but I normally listen to it on Mondays, recap on Tuesday, normally a day ahead. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pump into one thing. But I have been listening to my oversubscribe. I do like the book. I like some of the ideas the guys just kind of bringing up. Pray they make it to their destination safely in the name of Jesus. Supernatural healing, supernatural peace. Bless the works of their hands, supernatural protection. I always pray over an ambulance or a first responder, police officer, whatever, anybody. I pray for everybody. Everybody prays for me. It's one of my affirmations, right? I love everyone. Everyone loves me, because we all the same, right? Right. So, for asking on Tuesdays, what can I do next? What's the one thing? See, I already asked that this morning. What's the one thing that I can do? Because I was just thinking about that, because I wanted to raise money. Since I couldn't raise money, I said, what's the one thing I can do? I just keep posting. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's slick, right? It's slick. It's pretty good. I like it. I like this one thing. I like this. I like it. I was talking to a customer a long time ago. He was Iranian or something like that. English, I couldn't understand what he was kind of saying. But anyway, I was going over the pricing of the vehicles. Always money talk, you know. So they talking money. They want to save some money. I said, well, you know what? Look like we running into something, right? I said, let me go and get my manager and tell him where we at, because I think we at a standstill. My manager comes out here with authority. Yes, be yes, no's, be no's, no plan. I said, gosh, man, this guy English just got clear. He said, Carlton. I like this guy. Hey, I like this guy. I like his style of talk. That's a yeah, right? I like this guy. I like his style of talk. I like the way this guy talk. His words are impeccable. Be impeccable with your words. That's from the 4 Agreements. As long as your words are impeccable and clear, even if you don't agree, at least you clear that you don't agree versus confusion. You know, I'm talking to myself, right? talking to myself. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. And we working on that. Because the first part of my life, I've been an author of confusion. That's where I survived in the past, was confusing my opponents. And now I got to get over into clarity. That's what I got to do. Well, you know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. You know what you got to do. We'll do it to it. To that like, to that subscribe, to that thumbs up, to that share. Do it to it. Peace out. All right. Okay.